Sanibonani football lovers, welcome to PK Sports. Igama lami Mbongenkosi. Ngithembe uthi nikahle, niyaphila. Danko, in today's video we are going to talk about FaZe Abrahams, that he might become a shock of a season and become the best player for Kaizer Chiefs. Not the best, but one of the best players for Kaizer Chiefs, because he has one advantage, and we'll dive deep into it. And then we'll talk about Upaseka Mako, Uguti. We might welcome him against Golden Arrows on Sunday when we are playing M10-8, including Umduduzi Shabalala. And then ke bese sivala ngayo ke ingwenya laphana uThabo Cele induna yendawo and uAyabulela Maqhele ukuthi ku-attacking midfielder can uAyabulela Maqhele solve Kaizer Chiefs problems in that creativity part. So ngaphambi ukuthi kude bengicela ningisize ngento yodwa by liking on the video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Kodwa ke maso subscribe danko kaningi. Asivele sihlala udabeni. One thing I've realized is that FaZe Abrahams as a Kaizer Chiefs player, he has no expectations on his name, and there's no much pressure for him to perform compared to Ulangile Hlephile. But I believe that he has an advantage that he has to use so that it favors him. No one is expecting him no one is expecting him to perform and carry the team. But if he can use that to his advantage and make sure that he delivers, he scores, he assists, that might work in his favor in such a way that it might score him a contract that is going to be permanent for Kaizer Chiefs. And that is going to be something that Kaizer Chiefs will say, we made a decision and we took a gamble, but it looks like it paid off, because we didn't expect this player to perform, but he did so. So that simply means one thing, Guti. He has to make sure that he pushes Mfundo Vilakazi to an extent whereby Guti, Mfundo, if there's a chance, he might be benched and he performs. Or Mfundo might also go and play that attacking midfielder role. But I see it as an advantage for FaZe Abrahams, Guti. He has no pressure on him to deliver that much. But that's a good advantage for him. And then we'll talk about Mfundo Vilakazi, as I've said, Guti. Can he play regularly, or FaZe Abrahams can put him on the bench? Because I understand one thing, Guti, competitiveness is important in a club, especially if you are talking about players that are both youngsters. So that simply means one thing. We have to compete in order for one to become the best in that position. So Mfundo, as things look like, Fernando da Cruz is going to make him the center of everything that is going to be positive for Kaizer Chiefs, especially attacking wise. But you cannot rule off FaZe Abrahams. As I've just mentioned, Oguti, he has an advantage that most people don't see, but he can use it. And then I want us to talk about Thabo Cele induna yendawo. Thabo Cele is one of the players that when he arrived at Chiefs, he had those high expectations to perform because of where he's coming from and for the time that Kaizer Chiefs took for them to get him, because they've been huge admirers of Thabo Cele. But now things don't look like are going to be conducive for both parties, the player and also the club, as it was reported. They want to release Thabo Cele, and for them to do so, they have to agree on a settlement fee that, okay, we see that you are left with 2 years on a contract. So the best thing for us to do is to pay that settlement fee, and then we go our separate ways. But now, if there's no agreement, that simply means he's still a Kaizer Chiefs player, and Thabo Cele, as he did say, Gutiena, he doesn't have a problem riding out these 2 years remaining in his contract. So now the problem will be Kaizer Chiefs. We don't want him in our club anymore. We even told the coach to say that he's not part of the plans. So the only way forward, it's either Thabo Cele gets a team that is willing to buy him, or he remains a Kaizer Chiefs player and they resolve everything that they have, or they might introduce that loan idea. But I don't think Guti, Induna Yendawo might be willing to go to play for another club, if not Kaizer Chiefs or Mamelodi Sundowns or Orlando Pirates, the big threes. So here, it's all about Kaizer Chiefs making sure the decision that they are going to take is going to benefit them as a club. But I see them not paying that settlement fee, but it remains to be seen. I don't know what do you think about this whole situation, but I still think Thabo Cele can offer Kaizer Chiefs much in terms of its depth, because we see they've loaned out Usamkelo Zwane and Ibrahim Barnes. He will not be signed by Kaizer Chiefs because it was confirmed that he's going to play for Ichiba United, even though there was a ban that was put in for them. They were hit with a transfer ban. So I don't know how come, but maybe it is because a ban started to work after that date they said it's going to start. Maybe they negotiated before they were hit with a transfer ban. But as mnandi is that Umduduzi Shabalala is coming back, and the question that I'm asking is, will they start him or he will start on the bench? Because we see that Etienne Chislett is making progress in that attacking midfield position. So that simply means one thing. Guti, if he plays consistently, he might become one of the key players for Kaizer Chiefs going forward. Because I noticed one thing about him. He understands his role perfectly. Is that he knows the runs that he needs to make, the passes that he needs to pass. So it's all about that timing. And so far I haven't seen that creative spark in him, in his game. But I believe with time we will see that. It's all about being trusted enough in that attacking midfield position. Talking about attacking midfield position, there's still Ayabulela Maqhwele that people are still asking questions. Is there any chance that Kaizer Chiefs get to sign him? To be honest, I don't know whether will he sign with Chiefs, but the last time I read on Twitter on one of the posts written by Upelepele Ubabela Basendi, I did say that Kaizer Chiefs are going behind the scene trying to entice Ayabulela Maqhwele to Kaizer Chiefs. But so far, nothing has been reported yet from the trusted sources, so it remains to be seen. But I have this one question, Guti. Can Ayabulela Maqhwele solve Kaizer Chiefs' problems in that attacking midfield position? In terms of scoring goals, being creative, and also making sure he makes the team play, and he takes Kaizer Chiefs in a whole new different level. Can he bench Mfundo Vilakazi? Not Mfundo Vilakazi, but he can also play in that position. Can he bench Mduduzi Shabalala? Can he bench an Etienne Chislett? Or it's going to be another addition to the squad? Because we know very well that once there's a player linked with Kaizer Chiefs, we get excited. We don't look at the fact that he might not even be a starter based on the quality on its own that he possesses compared to the players that we have. I believe that if we need to take our game into a new different level, especially with a player that is going to play in that attacking midfield, we have to go abroad. Maybe South America or maybe another continent to get that one attacking midfielder that is going to give Kaizer Chiefs a different dimension when it comes to going forward, attacking, creativity, scoring goals, the good reader of the game in that attacking midfield. Because I believe Ayabulela Maqhwele, to be honest, he's not that kind of a player. I'd say he might take Kaizer Chiefs in a different level. But he's one of the players that might be signed by Chiefs and perform, but not to a level whereby which is going to surpass a level of Mfundo or a level of Etienne Chislett, if given that enough game time. Because now I believe the people are fixated on this thing. Coach Fernando da Cruz asked for 5 players to be signed for him. So far, Kaizer Chiefs have signed Upili, Faze Abrahams, Umtasingwa. So only 2 players are remaining to be signed. And there's also that worry of Foreign Sport. I thought we have 2, but someone said to me, no, we have 1. Igodaro, nothing has been said yet. He has been granted that South African citizenship. But mina ngokwazi kwami nami ngazi ukuthi sina two, because we have uMiguel, we have uSilva, and we also have uMtasing. So we are left with two spots. But it was said that it's only one because of Ighodaro abakasho ukuthi he has been registered as a local player. So how do you think about this one signing that Kaizer Chiefs need? Not how, but what do you think? Can Ayabulela Maqwele be the problem solver for Kaizer Chiefs?